The Dubai Diamond Conference 2015 was a major success, and that for several reasons. We had, of course, the presence of all these African diamond producing countries, from the large mining companies, De Beers, Alrosa, Indiama, Ambada. The former EU President, Herman Van Rompuy, was our honored guest and did the opening speech. But apart from that, we decided to change the format of the conference. And instead of going with speeches and contributions and PowerPoint presentations, we wanted an interactive model, a model with panels. And we had 5 panels. A panel on ethics, on synthetics, on Africa First, on diamond finance and liquidity in the business. We hope you enjoy it.
Speaking on behalf of my country, we have been beneficiating, and it has been a success.
Is beneficiation something we always have to weigh in employment terms?
Value addition is very important, beneficiation is very important. I think most governments now have accepted that this is the way to go, but we must go beyond just beneficiation. It's all the way to the market. And if we can engage the market, the retailers, in the whole process, I think it's a win-win situation.
Legislation needs to be in place. The government must set the policy direction, but much more than that, I think we need a much more positive sort of engagement between government as regulators and people who are invested in the sector as industry players. I don't think the example of regulators who simply want to legislate beneficiation into existence by proclaiming it would work. I think that's likely to sour the atmosphere, and I don't think this is in the interest of industry or government or communities. We dig materials out of the ground, we send it to distant part of the world to be manufactured into high-value goods. We don't capture enough of the values being created for that. I think that's not a good thing.
The frustration that a lot of us in Africa see is actually just being left out, completely being left out of the industry. And if we can build partnerships, I think that is the way to go.
What is missing exactly? And what can be done to mend what is possibly missing? Because I think the African people have the right to understand loud and clear what is missing.
Skills, it was a big issue. We've opened our gates to bring in the skills, the teachers, the people who can come and train, and they've come in, they've trained our people, and they've been pleasantly, as I say, surprised with the speed at which the people were able to take on the polishing of diamonds.
You cannot go from zero to everything. It has to be one step at a time. In terms of where we want to go, I think we need a hard conversation about, how do we want to do it concretely.
There's a whole lot of things that needs to be re-corrected in order to make sure that the agreements that we have are good for the country as well as good for the investor.
The industry has to be established, and then you can talk about the skills. We can't talk about the absence in skills when there is nothing existing that those skills must be used to.
Botswana survived. They've proven us wrong.
Most of the countries don't have real understanding of their potential. And because of that, sometimes investors are not sure of coming to those countries because there have not been sufficient studies to make sure which kind of the potential those countries have. We are working on defining specific potentials that we have, including in the diamond sector, so that investors could easily come and work with the DRC.